What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the Nice Hedgehog here, and we are here for our Week 1 APA Ascensions Team Builder, where we are going against the We Always Smile. I believe I butchered that name, and I have that team name, but it's coached by ALE. His name's kind of hard to pronounce, so I do again apologize if I butchered the name. But we're here for a Week 1 of APA Ascension. Definitely a bit of a interesting matchup here to say the least. But before that, if you guys are excited, but like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Join the Push Shocker Crew today because we're filming King of the Crew. We are on the grind to almost 30 subs. Hopefully we can get to 30 or 35 subs before the end of the year, which is around next week, which is freaking crazy. Also, the fact that it is Christmas literally in 4 days. And first off, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I'm probably going to do that every other video pretty much and stuff like that. Christmas is honestly my favorite time of the year. It literally is. The only thing I kind of don't like about it is snow to a degree, but otherwise I love Christmas. Let me know in the comment section. What's your favorite time of the year? Is it Christmas? Is it Thanksgiving? All that? Leave it kind of like a common question of the day of some sorts. But anyways, let's get into this matchup. So looking at Ailey's team, he's got Skarmory, Rotom, regular Rotom, Blaziken, Drapion, Salamence, Starmie, Dodrio, Claydol, Mawile, Leafeon, and Chansey. He is one of the two teams that have 11 out of 12 Mons, essentially. And that is definitely a bit big of a task, especially when you face a coach that has some of the most Mons. Because I think I can give you really good ideas, especially if they're really good Mons in the matchup. I think, luckily for me, I think I easily know his 6 he has to bring versus me, instead of the whole mind game stuff that can be a big factor in. So definitely think it's a big advantage with. But looking at his team, I think the main things I don't see being brought to this matchup is honestly Leafeon and Chansey. I don't think Chansey really matches up that well against my team in terms of the fact that I have a really good fighting type and I have like a good chunk of physical attackers and Mons I can play mix really well. Then there's Leafeon, which I think just absolutely is just really bad. It cannot do anything against Magnet Zone. It can't really do anything against Cloyster if I'm already shell smashed up. It can't really do anything against my Venomoth. It can't do anything against my Infernape Speed idea. When I look at Mawile has a tiny bit of a good chance to show up unless he wants like a rocker in this matchup that is not named Skarmory or Claydol in this case. But I think overall it just doesn't come. I don't think it matches up that great against my team in the long run there. Claydol could possibly maybe show up. I mean, I realistically don't think it does. Like, it has to be like a full Fizz Dev Claydol, but then there's like Slowbro that walls it, Cloyster that beats it, Mandazone that outspeeds it in 2 KOs and one shots potentially, Venomoth at +1 kills. Like, there's just so much in my team that just beats it. I don't see it. The reason why I see it over Mawile though is the fact that it is a rapid spinner. It's only his one of 4 hazard removals. Being he's got 2 defoggers and 2 spinners, which I think that he drafted well in doing that. I don't think he's got really like realistically 2 reliable spinners and a defogger in my opinion. So he's got 3 ways to remove hazards. So that's going to do. And then there's Dodrio. Now Dodrio, here's the thing. Dodrio does get fighting coverage and jump kick. I actually just realized that now. Blah blah blah. But there's a reason why I don't see him bring Dodrio. I feel like Dodrio is forced to kind of be, if it's choice banded, it's choice banded, right? I can't help anything with that. I think it would have to be kind of choice scarred from the matter in this match though, just to outspeed certain things. And plus, I just don't really think it matches up that well against my team. Like I have solid rock mons, I can run fully defensive mons, I have shell smash sweepers, I have Magnezone. Like I think I have so many good pieces of a team that kind of prevent Dodrio doing much against me. So I think that's something that we gotta kind of put in a bit of a situation there. But it could possibly show up. But here, I'm gonna go into detail why I think it's not good. So looking at the 6 I expect him to bring, Skarmory makes the most sense. I definitely see Roost and then either dual hazards or one hazard. And I would probably most likely would have to say his best hazard to bring against my team is honestly Spikes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You think rocks because of the fact I have stuff like Cloyster and Venomoth. But honestly, spikes hurt my team the most going into this matchup. So, if you bring something like Whirlwind, Roost, Spikes, and then potentially a stab move, which I think would most likely have to be either Iron Head or Brave Bird, something like that. But if he's gonna take the risk and run nothing but a Whirlwind set, and then run Roost, and then two Hazard sets, it's kind of an issue because of the fact he can't do anything against me. And if he does that, that's both good and bad against my team. It's bad for the sense that it makes his Skarmory in a way kind of useless and it can't do anything against me. Where then where some things can kind of just come in for free. He's also got no priority type stuff and everything like that, so it's going to be a bit of an issue for his team there. So in that type of regard. But in terms of what we can expect from it, it can just be again that kind of a neutral thing. It could also be potentially a defogger in this matchup if he really thinks he needs hazard removal as well. Rotom, I do expect Rotom to kind of be something between potentially a trick set. I could potentially say Choice Scarf. I could potentially see Choice Specs. I could see something maybe like Spell Tag or something like that. Just something that's really, really kind of not annoying per se, but also just kind of here and there type of thing, you know? Blaziken, I do think Blaziken has a good option to be his main choice Scarf Abuser in this matchup. Again, it could potentially be Choice Banded if you really wanted to, or an SD instead. He does need to remember that Speed Boost Blaziken is not allowed. Like, I would imagine if he has Speed Boost Blaziken, he would have to either forfeit the game or he would have to let me kill that mon for free. But I would not be allowed to take advantage, obviously. Like, say, I'm going to spoil it, I have Trick Room. Like I wouldn't be allowed to just freely set up a trick room and then be attacking him, and then I would have to honestly just kill it in front of me, that type of thing. We'll just restart the battle from there, like kind of like brand new ground build, something like that. So, or what he does is he hard swats out and lets me get something in for free or something like that. I don't know. We'll get to that bridge if it ever happens. Up next is Drapion. Do expect Toxic Spikes this matchup. Toxic Spikes are very annoying for my draft in this match. I know I do have a Venomoth, but again, I can see easily him bringing the Toxic Spikes, just really annoying. Obviously, Assault Vest is not in the game, so he cannot really bring it. So the only way he can really bring kind of an annoying, especially defensive, or just a defensive on the Spadef side. Drapion is like a careful set with like a lot of HP and Spadef investment and stuff like that. So definitely something to note there. But Drapion can definitely be annoying. He needs to bring it, otherwise Slowbro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Slowbro literally handles this man's team if he does not bring Drapion. Salamence, I know it's another flying type, but it's a better flying type over Dodrio in this matchup because it provides just a better option of towards setting up, also just offensive pressuring as well, which I think it plays a big factor there. And his last one being Starmie. I think Starmie is most likely going to be an analytic life orb set, potentially with recover. I do expect things like Thunder Wave, Skull, and Dual Stab. He could also be Shadow Ball over that, but again, I really think he goes Thunderbolt because Thunderbolt hits a little harder on that side and stronger than Shadow Ball as well. So definitely something up there. But yeah, that is going to be his team. Let's go over the team that we are going to bring in. Obviously, I also want to apologize if my team builders and my other videos have been coming very longer lately. Just kind of going into normal detail, and also I have things distracting me, like my pets. So, but anyways, let's kick it off here. Like I said, besides Drapion, Slowbro just goes in this matchup. We are actually bringing offensive Slowbro in this matchup. The reason why I wanted to go kind of like a bulky offensive Slowbro is just that Slowbro really puts on good pressure with its dual stabs. But obviously, I'm not bringing dual stab this matchup, which is a little bit risky. But with the set we have here is really good. Now, there is one problem with this set, and you can probably tell what that one problem is. That problem is I have nothing for Salamence. But the thing I have here going with me is this. Salamence lost Aqua Tail in regarding in Legion of War move deck. So I have a couple of mons that could still check immense on this team, especially under certain situations and stuff like that. So I do feel okay with that. But honestly, if he also doesn't bring Mence, then this set just straight up wins. I'm not gonna lie to you. We are rocking the Cobra Berry so that way we can take hits from Drapion. With this set, we do 2 KO Drapion unless it is fully Spadef with HP and Spadef investment, which I do need to kind of figure that out right at the gate. It could potentially be abandoned Drapion. That is definitely something I got to be on the big lookout for, as you can actually kind of take advantage of some of my speed tiers to run more of an offensive Drapion. So, but I think honestly, Slowbro puts in so much good work. Culpa Berry lets me take any one hit from that Drapion, and again, if I can 2 KO that thing, I can 2 KO that thing, which is really good. I really like that. I think Slowbro is really good. Obviously, Regenerator, just because we can go this or get recovery back as much as we can. Also, Trick Room is also a big aspect because it's going to actually be a good little focal point for the next 2 months. I kind of went half Trick Room and half offense with this team. All the rest of them, obviously, some mons are offensive, but again, I kind of went half Trick Room. There was at least one mon on this team that's not going to be able to go with a Trick Room set, but it's honestly still going to pay off for us in the same ways I can still work for Trick Room a little bit. But our main trick and abuser of this matchup is honestly going to be Rhyperior. Swords Dance Rhyperior literally just claims a KO. The only thing that is struggling Rhyperior is honestly that Skarmory, but with a Swords Dance up, we 2 KO with Fire Fang, and more than likely he's going to just spam Roost and just stall out the turns, which honestly is definitely in his best interest to do that because it is his best way to make sure that he can actually keep this thing keep it alive, and then go back to hazard stacking and stuff like that. But that's where again where Slowbro helps. Because like if he's Whirlwind and here he has like spikes up, he can choose to sack off the Skarmory in a way, or he can actually just choose to Whirlwind me out when there's like a couple of turns of Trick Room left, take advantage of the fact of I get something fast in, he can roost up, or he can get a free switch out depending on what he wants to do. But yeah. I think overall, Boulders is going to be the main win con under Trick Room if we get Trick Room up. We don't get Trick Room up. It's a little bit of an issue, but not the end of the world issue type of thing. But yeah, we're right at. Oh, we didn't even. Oh yeah, yeah. We have 136 in HP, max attack, adamant, more into defense, and 116. But that basically kind of gave me a pseudo especially defensive, but a very offensive Rapier at the same time. Our dual stab also just claims a kill, which sometimes so definitely really good there. But if we for some reason do not see Skarmory, I would love that so much. Because then that opens up the door that Under Tricker might just straight up win with a sword stance. Up next, we're reading UFO or Madness Zone. Now, this is a very weird Madness Zone that you're going to be looking at here. You're like, wait, you got a Trick Room on, and then you said Trick Room Abuser, and now you only have it? So, here's how it is, yes. Here's how it works. This does outspeed max speed Rotom. Now, here's the thing. I could have went modest and with max speed to speed type immense with Jolly. But here's what I did. I didn't do that. I instead went for speed that outspeeds his Rotom. And the reason why I did that is because this is meant to be more of offensive, but still checks in Trick Room. Why it checks in Trick Room is because most likely that Blaziken is going to be Choice Scarf. With Blaziken being Choice Scarf, I can outspeed under Trick Room and kill that thing. Same thing again for things like Drapion and stuff like that. I can outspeed Drapion and eventually kill them. Again, Salamence, it's faster than me. It's like Salamence is going to be faster than me. Starmie's going to be faster than me. Under Trick Room, I get a kill. We have Volt Switch for pivoting, Thunder Wave to get things slowed down, and then just dual stab with Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon just because it just wrecks so hard against this entire team. I really kind of went analytic this matchup, but with the way I kind of like the option of how I've got the team structured, I just don't think analytic was too much needed for this matchup. I do like Sturdy just because of the fact that if he does lead off with something like, say, Blaziken, I can just straight up Thunderbolt something and get either a KO or I can get a Thunder Wave off and just start paralysing his team. Because again, if I can paralysis his team in some way, that'd be really good. So that's what I'm really taking note for. Up next, we have Shelley here, which is going to be a naive set here with Shell Smash, Icicle Crash, Surf, and Rock Blast. Really, just needed Icicle Crash and Rock Blast to really do damage. Surf is there just to kind of guarantee a KO on the what's its name? On the Blaziken. Also, I believe he does have Ments, which can intimidate me, and I rather be able to hit some things where Surf can just kind of damage some other things. Obviously once I get a +2 off, I pretty much just destroy everything. What's also really good is having this with Surf is that I can actually be able to deal with the Skarmory. So Skarmory just rolls me out, and I can get another Shell Smash later in the matchup. And it's really weakened down to the point where if it's also in the range where we can put Icicle Crash and stuff like that as well, then it's fine too. So just a lot of things that are gonna play a factor with it. But I think Shelley can be a great win con in this matchup, and I think he can put in a ton of work this game. Another potential win con of this matchup is definitely going to be my Vasilios, which I decided to name into the Mothman. I thought like Vasilios was pretty cool as well. As our Venomoth here, Venomoth I think could just straight up win if we get one or two Quiver Dances up. Once I get one or two Quiver Dances up, there's nothing on his team that can just take on Venomoth. Excuse me. Tinted Lens, basically, if you guys don't know what Tinted Lens does, basically, if this move is not very effective, the damage is doubled in damage. So, basically, for example, if I Bug Buzz the Skarmory, like, you guys get kind of an example, right? With Venomoth here. Quiver Dance Venomoth with a Skarmory. Bug Buzz, if we didn't have Tinted Lens here, does only 11 to 13%. But with having Tinted Lens, does 22 to 26. So obviously, I need to go to +2 in order to do massive damage towards him. But this is basically my main answer, and could possibly be a lead if I see Skarmory. So I have to kind of be careful on what I want to lead with, just depending on certain things. Because the thing with Skarmory in this matchup is that Skarmory is very annoying. I think my main lead in the game is to always lead off with either UFO or Venomoth. Depending on the matchup, stuff like that. I keep Slowbro, Cloyster, and my Nutmeg Mobs being in front of me in the back. I think those are three of the ones I really want to keep around the most going into the match. So that's definitely something I'm gonna want to make sure I prioritize. But honestly, this Mon can just really just single-handedly win this game too. I like Sub, but I didn't think Sub was really necessary in this matchup because he has just a good chunk of people Mons that can do that. Obviously, if I get a Quiver Dance up, I'm faster than Blaziken, which is really, really good to know there. So if he is Scarf Rotom, he'll give me the initiative on that. And what would suck though is if he is Scarf Rotom, he could lock me into either the move I click or the move I just did before that. I'm trying to remember how Scarf works. I'm pretty sure it's the move you click that activates the Scarf Affection, which I think is the same thing where my good buddy Revan tried tricking me with my Nasty Plot and locking me into Nasty Plot, but I was able to lock into something like Flamethrower, which I think was really good on my end there. And last but not least is the same one we just talked about. It's actually Infernape here, and Infernape is going to be faster than a +1 Mence. So if Mence just gets Dragon Dance off, I'm still faster than that. Definitely a bit of an unconventional set here, a little bit. We have Stone Edge, Close Combat, Shadow Claw, and Fire Punch. Iron Fist is the ability. 64 in HP, max attack, and enough speed. Like I said, outspeed meant that it's +1. I actually almost originally went no fire coverage on this set, and the reason why was because I felt like there's a lot of good, decent fire resist on his team, but then I was more and more thinking about it. Like the main fire resist I see on his team is probably more than likely going to have to be the Mence slash Blaziken. And the more I kind of thought about that, they are not that defensive, and they're more towards speed and offense and slightly HP. So if I can just get Blaziken down to a 2 KO range and send it with Starmie, then I have no problem locking in with a fire type move against his team. Which, if you kind of look at his team, if that's put in range, even that's put in range to some degree, and I'm not intimidated, and that's put in range, fire spam just kind of wins the game here, which is really, really good. But Zuko, I think, looks really good in this matchup. I decided to go Zuko as my last Mon over Honchkrow, just because I think this is the Mon we really, really needed to kind of help with our versatility and just offensive prowess in this matchup. So we're not rocking U-turn. I don't want to give him free chances to get free pivoting on the and just also get free setup potentially. Stone Edge is really, really good because I can be able to 2 KO Salamence, like even with I'm pretty sure the Intimidate doesn't guarantee a 2 you can still guarantee a 2 KO unless you mince out. Close combat spam is really, really good in this matchup. Once I get rid of Rotom, we do have Shadow Claw, which is actually a really good check to handle not only the Rotom switch in, but also the Starmie switch in, which is really good about this team as well. And it's also a decent switch in move to also the Claydol as well. So I think it's really, really good there. But yeah, that's gonna be our week 1 team. It's been a tough matchup. I don't know if we can win this week 1, but we have a good chance to win it if we play smart. We definitely play our cards right. We've definitely been on a good winning streak as of late. And it can always come down crashing down to this game or any other game I play. So I'm just gonna try my best and just do everything I can to just do what I can. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Till next time, everyone. Peace.